What's up guys, BltzZ here today bringing you a video which contains a situation that nobody ever wants to occur. I was away for the weekend and spent a good chunk of last night just catching up to what's been going on. So I felt as a member within the Final Fantasy VII community, I wanted to share my thoughts on it while also bringing the situation to light because I think it's very important. Especially with the way that the industry is now in gaming, we should acknowledge the negativity and do better as a whole. Now granted, this situation may be easy to point blame at one said individual, but realistically, over time, it's a behavior that's been happening on the internet, not just in Final Fantasy, but all across the board. The toxicity towards developers, writers, industry heads, and even one another has gone on long enough. But sadly, I am well aware that this stuff will likely never change. We can't affect everyone and stop the bad eggs from doing crappy things, which ultimately and unfortunately affects us all. All we can do is call out this stuff when it happens and aim towards a more positive light and just do better as a whole. Kazushige Nojima, the writer of Final Fantasy VII and many other titles that we all love, has expressed that he will no longer talk about projects he is working on, including Final Fantasy VII Remake. He said this on his personal Twitter, which is sad because it's something he clearly loves as much as us, but now he feels like he cannot share that love because his views have come under attack and harassment in many ways. Many of my viewers are well aware of this particular person. Long story short, they have harassed me and many other people over not showing Jesse Raspberry enough attention, going as far as leaving 200 plus comment threads on many videos of mine, fighting with other subscribers of mine, and demanding I apologize for being wrong and lying apparently. I won't lie, I did say I would beat the shit out of him in front of his child, which isn't right, but understand, you guys know how cool, calm, and usually how fun I can be. To make me stoop this low to even say that, you can only imagine where my head was at with all of this and how it was affected by it. We had a back and forth where I fed into the silliness, and eventually my good friend Baby Seal brought it to my eyes that maybe we should squash the beef and move on from the toxicity to better the community as a whole, which I agreed and gladly did. They apologized and promised to do better and to not go about it with the way that he was with harassing people about Jesse. However, that did not last long at all. Recently, he's been spamming Kazushige Nojima on Twitter about the representation of Jesse and how Cloud and Tifa should not be together because of how toxic their fan base is. And also throws in that if you take either side, meaning Aerith or Tifa, it causes division and conflict, which is ironic. How he does not see himself doing the same thing in that very moment. Finally, he tells Nojima to not let Cloud be with either Aerith or Tifa. It got out of hand where everyone kept commenting on it, sharing it, and just shedding more light to it. Nojima only has about 5,000 followers on Twitter, so obviously it caught his eye and bothered him enough to make a statement on this. Twice too, once in Japanese and another in English to further elaborate. Many news outlets from both American media and Japanese media have talked about this story, so you can only imagine it really has blown up and way out of proportion. Now, I see a lot of people blaming this one said person, which I can understand, but I'm going to be honest with you guys. It's not just that one person. He was just the final straw for Nojima. Think about it. Over time, figureheads like Nojima get tagged in things, DM'd, and straight up spammed. He has, like I said, only 5,000 followers, so this stuff is very easy for him to see and come across. It's easy to blame one person, but guys, it's much more than that, and we have to do better. This has been going on for a long time from many individuals, and not just this one person. Many developers in the industry have been attacked in worse ways many times over. Straight up bullying and harassment. But it's Twitter and the internet, so nothing really can be done, except blocking people or leaving the platform. The latter which bothers me the most. Like, come on, you bother someone enough to the point where they feel like they need to silence themselves from making people upset, effectively making them feel like they're to blame on the situation? We are grateful to live in a time right now where we can have transparency and conversations with people who work on this media that we all love. It's a chance for us to express our love to them or to see them express it back and being proud of their work. But now with situations like these, it sets us back because they are now afraid to talk about said media because of the fan outcry from it, let alone even like the media that's shared to them in fear of setting someone off. My good friend Baby Seal had a response for the individual, and I think he said it best, in quotes, "In a time where fans are asking for more transparency from developers, your actions have essentially shut a door between us and the writer who has brought us all together in the first place." End quotes. There are many toxic people in this community and platform who are not as bad, but still are because it's at a lighter volume at which they express their toxicity. Even now, you can see people scapegoating and blaming this one individual, and in that very same tweet, lashing out and blaming others that they don't agree with on their ship. It's sad, guys. It's been going on for a long time. Even Yoshi P, the director of Final Fantasy XIV, just a few days ago came out and called out people who have been lashing out at them and other developers in Final Fantasy XIV for the issues that 14's been dealing with, which is out of their control, sadly. I don't know what else to say, guys. I thought it was something that did not need to be acknowledged, but you know, it's perfectly fine and okay to ship whatever characters you love. But it's not fine at all to harass people who have a different opinion, let alone creators, writers, or developers for those characters or media. Seriously, I feel like I shouldn't have to say that. Do I need to make a battle guide on this? What, like how to not harass a developer combat guide, advanced and basic? At the same time, all that information still applies to other people too. Just stop with the toxicity and be kind to one another. Stop feeling threatened because someone likes another character more than you like another character. Really and truly, it's not that deep. And that wraps it up for this video, guys. The Final Fantasy VII community, I love you all. It's given me so much my whole life, and even more so over the last 2 years. I don't like to see it on fire or at odds with one another. What's done is unfortunately done, and we have to deal with it. But going forward, we can change many things to a more positive outcome. I truly do believe in you all. And also, to pay our respects, I would love everyone in my community or anybody that's watching this video to comment below or tweet out #WeLoveNojima. Let's get it trending to let them know how much he means to us. Even though it is a small gesture, I believe it can go a very long way. We're almost at 50,000 subscribers, guys, a massive milestone for the channel. Be sure to like the video if you enjoyed and subscribe if you are new. More Final Fantasy videos are coming your way and you won't want to miss them. My name is BltzZ, and thanks for watching.